good afternoon, or whenever time you're watching this. You know who I am by now if you're subscribed or watching us through Facebook. It is your good buddy, the D-O-U-G, here for his Week 4 picks. But before we can even get to Week 4, oh dear Lord in heaven. Let's talk about last night. Seattle and Green Bay. That last TD, as the refs called it, there was no way in hell that was a TD. I'm being honest. And I know Seattle fans are saying, oh, win's a win, that was a TD. I am asking the Seahawks fans. Just pretend for a minute you're not a fan of these teams and look at it as a fan of the sport. And if you can still tell me that's a TD, then you're as bad as these replacement refs. And actually on ESPN, speaking of them, there are two big deal there are some poll questions. First, should the NFL fine the Packer players for tweets criticizing the league and the refs as a result of the Monday night game? I said no. 73% agree. Normally I would probably be the first one to say yes, but not in this case. And this is the surprising one to me. What do you make of the touchdown call at the end of the Packers-Seahawks game? Either A, called correctly, or B, should have been called a pick. 12% said it was a touchdown. 88% said a pick. And what's more surprising, if you go to Washington, where Seattle is, 62% said it should have been an interception. So I even think the fans of Seattle know that was not a touchdown. I even think the wide receiver who they awarded the TD to, I don't even think he knows it wasn't a touchdown. But he ain't going to say anything. Because he's going to want to keep his job and keep making money. That's the truth on that. But I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm looking at the map right now and you can look at the map, and all of it says interception. There ain't a single place where it looks like they could have considered it, the state could have coin flipped. It's all red. I mean, it's not even funny how red it is, guys. Yeah. So I think even the NFL refs know. I feel sorry for these replacement refs in a way because they're put in a bad position. So you can't blame them too much. But oh god, that ain't even one of the worst parts about this week. Well, it is the worst part about this week, but there are other things. Yeah, Bill Belichick, I think, wanting to beat up a ref. He's probably going to get fined, guaranteed. I don't know if he's going to get suspended. Redskin coach apologized, so he'll probably get he probably won't get anything. Then, of course, you got the ref from the Cowboys-Buccaneers game on Sunday who threw his hat down and caused Ogletree to slip on it and caused Dallas points. Yes, Cowboys won. I'm happy, but I don't know. That was an ugly game by the refs. So yeah, Week 3 very interesting. If the refs if the refs continue to do this bad, oh dear, it's not gonna be fun to watch football. I can tell you that. I'll still be watching, but it ain't gonna be pretty. Now let's get to Week 4. Week 3 went 9-7, not bad. For the season, I am 27-21 right now, so that's pretty good. Two teams have a bye this week. The Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers, both who are 1-2. Maybe if they have any injuries or hurt players, they take this week off, let them heal up, concentrate on who you play next week. Thursday night game, here we go. Baltimore Ravens versus the Cleveland Browns. Baltimore just got over a very close win at home against New England. Cleveland, they're 0-3. Baltimore's the better team all the way around. I'm taking Baltimore on this. We won this. This could be a trap game. But I think Ravens win this one like they usually do. So let's move on. San Diego and Kansas City. Well, it's in Kansas City, first off. Now, San Diego does lead the head-to-head in the last 3. And San Diego is better on defense. Offensively, I don't care. Because I'm still taking San Diego. You know, yes, they just came over a loss over the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons destroyed them, but maybe they can come back against Kansas City. I know it's at home for the Chiefs. They just got over a win by the Saints. Normally, I would say that means something, but right now, Saints are 0-3. They're playing like crap on defense, so I don't think it means a damn thing. By the way, I will warn you though, Baltimore Ravens and the Chargers game, those are two out of the ones I believe that could be a trap game for people, so be warned. We'll get to the other two later. Next, 49ers going to New York to take on the Jets. I am taking the 49ers. I'm sorry, Jets lost their best player to me for the year. They barely got by Miami, so that, if you can barely get by Miami playing like that, I'm afraid actually you're going to do against the Niners. Now, yes, the Niners just lost to Minnesota. The Niners are back on the road again. I'm still taking 49ers. I don't think the Jets are that good anymore. You know, and I've took them to win the last 3 games. 2-1 on them. But I'm sorry. I don't trust the Jets quarterbacks, unfortunately. I don't trust their defense now, so go Niners on this one. Okay, Seattle versus the Rams. This is a hard one for me. I'm taking Seattle, and it's not because I think they're the better team. I just think the Rams are just crap. And that's a nice way to put it. Excuse me. That's better. If I sound funny, I got a little cold, by the way. Taking Seattle. Rams, I don't think are that good. It is in St. Louis. Seattle's working on a small week, though, and they have to go to St. Louis, so be warned on that. And I think right now, though, I think the Seahawks are probably the most hated team right now in the NFL, thanks to due to the refs last night. So have fun with the hate, guys. Have fun with it. Next, Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. I'm taking the 3-0 Atlanta Falcons. The better all around. As far as for the head-to-head, Atlanta leads all 3. But be warned, this is the third, to me, trap game. I mean, just be warned on that. Panthers do have had a little bit more time to prepare since they played Thursday last time. Be warned. Just be warned, it could be a trap game, but I'm taking Atlanta. I think they're a good team. Next, Minnesota at Detroit. Yeah, at the Lions, I should say. My mistake. Ugh, hate when I'm sick. I'm taking the Vikings on this one. Lions are 1-2. I think the Madden curse finally hit them. Stafford's hurt. I don't know any news on him. If he's playing, that would be better for the Lions. If he's not, I would be worried. I'm taking the Vikings, though. I think if they're smart, this is the time to strike, with Green Bay being 1-2, with the Lions being 1-2. This would be your time to strike. Next, Patriots versus the Buffalo Bills. It's in Buffalo. Patriots do lead the head-to-head. New England is coming off a very close loss by losing to the Ravens. Bills are coming off a win over the Browns. Yeah, I'm taking the Patriots. Maybe I'm thinking they bounce back this week. Buffalo, I'm still not sold on them as a great team. But the way New England's been playing, would I be surprised if Buffalo wins? No. And if they do win, it could be the changing of the guard. There. Next, Houston Texans versus Tennessee Titans. I got the Houston Texans. They're 3-0, but this is the other trap game. Tennessee did just come off an overtime win over the Lions, but I feel like I need a launch and but I'm taking the Texans. I think they're the better team, in my eyes. Should be good. Should be good for the Houston Texans to get a win. Move to 4-0, but this is a trap game. Keep that in mind. Next, Bengals versus Jaguars. Ugh. I hated this pick. I hated making this pick because I don't know much about these teams. And that's me being honest. I took Cincinnati. I like the offense better. The defense I don't really like. But, you know, in the head-to-head, Bengals lead it. So I'm taking Cincinnati. Take it as you want. Next, another trap game. So yeah, I forgot there was one more. And that would be the Arizona Cardinals going against the Miami Dolphins. Now, last week I said Cardinals would beat the Eagles. I just didn't think it was going to be that soundly. And maybe now, maybe people are starting to realize Arizona could be a real team to deal with. Maybe. Miami's coming off a loss, 1-2. Arizona's 3-0. Arizona does lead the head-to-head. And for whatever reason, what the most strangest thing is, the Cardinals are one of the worst offenses in the NFL, but their defense is great. I'm taking Arizona. You know, this could be a trap game. I think their defense is going to help them. So it should be interesting. So maybe after this week, we might have all the undefeated teams still undefeated. We'll see. Next, Oakland Raiders going to Denver to face the Broncos. Raiders just got a win over Pittsburgh. Broncos got destroyed by Houston. I'm taking Denver. They're at home. Unfortunately, I cannot use the head-to-head on this one because the last time they played in 2011, that's when they had Tebow. Well, one time they had Tebow, the other time they did it. I can't really, you know, I have to pretty much go with the stats. They're pretty much even on offense, but it's the defense that makes it interesting. But I think Denver wins this one, but it ain't going to be a blowout. It's going to be close. Very close, in my opinion. Next, Redskins versus the Buccaneers. I hated it. This was another one I didn't like picking either. Buccaneers 1-2. We don't know what really they are, besides the fact they're mentally insane and psychotic. Because you know they're going to try to go kill the quarterback when the other team's doing a kneel down. Washington, the last few weeks, they've been playing not too good. And as a matter of fact, their 2 losses, ironically enough, when I picked them to win. So, and I had to think about this one long and hard. I'm taking Washington and a close one. I'm not going to give the score, but I think it's going to be close. Should be an interesting matchup. Redskins does lead the head-to-head. Excuse me. Does lead the head-to-head, but I don't know if that's going to matter on this one. Redskins win, but it's going to be like the Denver Raiders close. Oh boy. New Orleans Saints versus Green Bay, another one I hated picking. Green Bay just got screwed last night in the Seattle screw job. Where Saints, great offense, because Drew Brees, but you suck everywhere else. I'm taking the Packers. This may be when they bounce back and they are in Green Bay. Next, Sunday night game. Giants versus Eagles. Oh dear God. I'm taking the Giants. You know, yes, Vic and Eagles have been doing well on offense, well on defense. But I'm sorry, Vic has no line helping them. They just got beat by the Cardinals soundly. Giants are playing like they should be. So, I'm taking the Giants in this one on the road to win. You know, unfortunately with the Eagles, I'm having the same problems I did with them last week. Vic is having to do too much, and it's going to hurt the Eagles eventually when he gets hurt. I'm saying it now. I expect Vic to get hurt eventually. Monday night game, October 1st. When the October officially starts, we know any time in the NFL when October hits, crazy stuff happens. Bears versus my Dallas Cowboys. I'm taking the Cowboys to win. Nah, because that's my team. Everyone knows that. But I gotta be honest. I don't think, like everyone's predicting, it's gonna be a great offensive game. Oh, hell no. I'm sorry. Jay Cutler ain't that good of a quarterback. Tony Romo ain't that good of a quarterback. And this is a Cowboys fan saying this. It's gonna be a defensive game, and I think Dallas is gonna win it on that. Like they did this past week over Tampa. Which I still can't believe we beat Tampa. But which I was surprised we did. The way we were playing on offense anyway. Pretty much if you're taking Chicago, you're taking their running game. Because passing, they're one of the worst. If you're taking Dallas, you're taking the defense, because they're the better defense right now overall, number one. And you're taking, they have the better passing game, but rushing, they're one of the worst. So, defensively should be good. By the way, head-to-head, Dallas does lead it. So keep that in mind. Excuse me. So just as a recap before I go, I got Ravens, Chargers, Niners, Seahawks, Falcons, Vikings, Patriots, Texans, the Bengals, the Cardinals, Broncos, the Redskins, the Packers, the New York Giants, and the Dallas Cowboys getting a win this week. Let me know what you think of my picks. Am I right? Am I wrong? And I want to know how you feel about the Seattle Green Bay game from last night. And I want to know what else do you think the rest screwed up on this week. Till I see you for week 5. This is your boy the DOUG signing out, saying have a good day and have a wonderful week.